As humans, we're not designed to ride bikes. We are designed to hunt and walk for hours and hours. We are hunters by nature. We're not meant to turn our legs in a circle. We are meant to walk or to absorb impact through our legs from our feet up into our hips. So being on a bike, you're doing exactly the opposite. So it's wonderful that you don't have all the impact, but you are rotating your joints in a circular motion, which is very hard to do. So doing a bike fit is my job, at least my goal as a bike fitter, is to get your muscles to do the work of the turning while they feel like they are walking. I'm Irma, and I'm a bike fitter and a masseuse therapist. I started my degree in reflexology, which was a 2-year degree at the time. And in that space where you're learning all the anatomy and all the practical therapy parts of reflexology, I also did extra courses. And then I also started cycling at the same time. And I upgraded my bike just after the August, which happened to be a very busy time cycling-wise in South Africa. And I was like, oh, I can do massages here in the bike shop because there's lots of bodies here to help. And the bike shop owner said that it was a great idea and he had a room available. And he introduced me to bike fitting after I told him that I was a reflexologist. And he was like, don't those people work with feet? So you'll be able to set cleats. And I had no idea what he was talking about. I was like, what do you mean you can set my cleats? It all happened together. And I was like, if I can learn sports massage, then I can probably learn how to be a bike fitter. And I learn with my hands. And for some reason, the body and the bike just became like a 4D painting to me. It's like I can see into the bike and into the body, more about the body than it would be about the bike. And it's just been a fascinating thing. So I do know reflexology, but I use everything that I learned there in my consultations and the way I approach the bike and the way I see movement. It's just fascinating. I think fitting a bike correctly is important because I think there's some fundamentals in one's mind that we oversee. Besides the fact that most people get bikes because they want to be outside, they want to get some fresh air through their hair and their minds, and they just want to have fun and feel small and like little children again. The other part or the other extreme of that is that your body is doing something that it hasn't been doing since they were little. And the other part is you're airborne. You're elevated off the floor and the brain can't cope with the idea that your life is in danger. So it needs stability first, and the bike is the only thing that can keep you stable. So getting all your contact points, hands, feet and saddle and the frame size in a space where it's in the middle of your body, that is where then the brain is going, okay, fine, now I can get the muscles to turn in a circle while they feel like they're walking. And then it's mission accomplished. I would say my approach is a little bit different to a high street bike shop because I spend quite a lot of time in the beginning when I meet you first in understanding where you come from, out of a history point of view with your injuries and all your limitations and strengths, and how do you move, what movement actually hurts whatever injury you had. It's important to understand that maybe you fell out the tree when you were 4 years old and you sprained your ankle, and uncleating is really a scary place for you. And that gives me the ability to, being a cyclist as well, I can feel it. I can feel your body and I can understand where it's stuck or how it would limit in that motion of cycling. So I think that brings a little bit more of understanding. Or the bike fit process might be the same between all the different methodologies, but bringing the whole body into account with you being unique and person X being unique. It doesn't mean that the saddle is going to be exactly this height for a person 1.7 meters tall or vice versa. Everyone is so different. It is fascinating. The rules change all the time. Well, first advice to give someone that wants to be a bike fitter or a masseuse therapist or both is, one, I think you have to understand the body. It's a real person that you are connecting with. It's a real person that has a real fear of either heights or falling, or their pain is real, their joy is real, their love for racing is real, their love for doing events is real. But you are touching a real person. It's a real leg, it's a real toe, it's a real mind. It's not just a bike, it's not just an Allen key, it's not just oil on your hands. It's a little bit more than that, and you are taking a little bit of that person with you, and they're taking a little bit of you with them. And are you prepared to give that part of yourself away? And if you're not, please don't. Please don't. Massage. I have learned quite a few techniques over the years. I started out as reflexology, then went for the basic sports massage courses, did trigger point, oils and Indian head massage, and I was very blessed to have a mentor in my life. She was an osteopath and reflexologist, and she taught me a technique to combine almost all those things, which was then my version of a sports massage. A few years after that, I had my own injury, which the pain wouldn't go away, and it didn't matter how you would massage it. And then I came across a technique called fascia release, and that changed my whole world. For me, my massage is very much the hands are talking. They do what they do in an hour, and it's never the same. Sometimes it's harder, sometimes it's lighter, sometimes you have to pull the skin, sometimes you have to wiggle it, sometimes you have to go really deep. I always say, I go find the pain and I will take it out. The Absa Cape Epic is the ultimate 8-day mountain biking stage event of the world. It's like the Tour de France of mountain biking. And it happens in the Western Cape every summer. At the end, it almost like seals off the summer for South Africans. We have the opportunity to either travel with them, with being spectators, and in my case, I am the masseuse for the team. These individuals they just changed my whole life. So having the opportunity, for instance, to massage 5 years in a row, someone like John Gale, which is the last line of the Cape Epic, and his partner Phil Ferrero. The space of having to be with people like that just every time makes my world bigger about perspective. And it's wonderful how same people are in the same place in the same 8 days, and how the super negative and then super positive. And you ask someone like John and Phil, so how was today? And they're like, just a little bit more tired. What's happening tomorrow? I'm just gonna ride my bike. And that's all it is to them, as opposed to what they could get out of it. Their only goal is, can I ride my bike with my friend? It's a massive privilege to be a part of people with that kind of mindset. The tough part for me about my job is saying no. I think having to learn that you can't help everyone, that you're not everyone's cup of tea, that you have to make time for yourself, you have to rest. There's so much that you pour into every person, and they give back to you as well. So it's such an intense hour and a half or 2 hours of someone's life being shared in a massive moment, and sometimes you have 9 of those a day. So you can't say yes to every pain and every niggle and everything, and you can't help everyone, although you really want to try. So that is hard, and building up a network then from that space to go, I think now you need to go speak to someone else, and I think this might be the person that you can see. What would make the world a better place? I think if people would just understand that life is simple. It's supposed to be hard, but it's also very simple. And I think we overcomplicate things to the point that we fall apart, and then it just is what it is. Just calm down, breathe. How difficult or how easy it is, you will get all of it. So there's no point in freaking out, just breathe through it.